this car does have launch control. Guys, I'm now driving the 997.2 Porsche Carrera in Penang. One better drive. It's such an extremely powerful car, this one. Now this was, okay, so if you're not familiar, let me just introduce, if you're not familiar with Porsche products, the Carrera is their flagship model, right? This is their flagship model, the one that they're most known for, the one that they're most famous for. And it is, not coincidentally, one of the top selling sports cars available on the market, and I think without a doubt that this car will become one that is part of automotive history, right? This will be a car that goes down in the books because of just the amount of achievements that it has over the years, the amount of attention and fan loyalty across all different models, across different generations. The old ones are now a classic. The new ones are now one of the most coveted items available in the automotive market. And I think this car really encapsulates that because, right, the latest generation is the 992. Right? The latest generation is the 992. The generation before that was the 991.2 on the 991 platform. The 0.2 basically means that it is a facelift. And the one before that was this, the 997, and the facelift of that, the 997.2. And you can see how such a big, chunky sports car thus on windy, small Penang back island roads. And it is just fantastic. It sounds totally fantastic. And it drives so beautifully and so characteristically unique to the 911. I think that this, for me, I feel the drive better than normal, the 991.2 and the 992. I've driven both of that, not to a very long extent of time, but I've driven that. And throughout my experience driving that, I felt like everything was in a modern car context, of course. Okay, so everything is very, very modern. There's plenty of assistance coming in from the electronics, of course, built-in, the technology, the computer systems, the radar, everything added together it really cushions the drive. Okay, so even if you're not a very experienced driver, and you want to drive enthusiastically, those cars really get the job done. Right? First time you hop in it, you go on track, you will not do bad. You will not do bad because there's so much electronic buffering and assistance and just help to make sure that you are driving in the car safe and sound and fast. To me, I think that dampens the experience slightly. Whereas in this car, 2 full generations ago, in 2009, this is a very mechanical car. Right? This is powered by a 3.8 litre flat 6 boxer engine at the back. It's rear engine. And it's rear wheel drive. So all the power is generated, placed and exerted at the back. And it is just so fun to drive. It is very tail happy. It is very tail happy, meaning that for me, I can feel the weight is in the back of the car, especially on these kinds of roads where the front kind of turns first, right? The front turns first and you feel your nose dive, but the back kind of swerve out. Almost as if a pendulum, you are sort of like curving like that. It is like the closest thing that I've experienced to power sliding or drifting or whatever it is. It's the closest thing I've experienced. Now, I'm not a very experienced driver. That's why you can see I'm a little bit struggling. I want to drive safe, I don't want to die. I'm a little bit struggling with driving smoothly and fast on these roads. Now, as I mentioned, this engine is a 3.8 litre flat 6 engine, producing 385 horsepower and 420 Newton meters of torque. And you can see, oh, so fun, man. This generation is equipped with the PDK. If I'm not mistaken, this is the first generation of any Porsche 911 that is equipped with PDK. PDK, basically in German, let me butcher this, okay? Other journalists are like, no, I don't butcher things. Porsche Doppelkupplung. So that means Porsche double clutch. And fun fact, this was in the same generation of cars that got double clutch technology in the gearbox, same as the 2009 M3 E93 convertible that I got. Those models, those two cars, in the same timeline of history, well, same timeline, they're a few years apart, of course, with the launch date and everything. I think 1 or 2 years apart. Cyclists. And what was I saying? Okay, so these two cars, the 2009 M3 with the 2009 Porsche Carrera, they are the ones, the facelifted ones at least, they are the ones that upgraded from the BMW, from the SMG gearbox to the DCT, which is double clutch technology. And this car upgraded from an IMS engine, which was infamous for just basically maintenance horror issues and service issues, got upgraded to this whatever engine it's called, I don't know, M something something lah, and the Porsche PGK gearbox. Yep. And yeah, that's a little fun fact for you. And driving this car is extremely powerful. Can you imagine a car 10 years ago has launch control and goes from 0 to 100 in 4.5 seconds. Yes, this is the Carrera S. So fully rear wheel drive. So let me let you listen to this beautiful engine. Naturally aspirated goodness. And wow. That's the sound that gets you up in the morning, ready to go to work. You can smell durian in Penang. This is Bali Pula area. You can smell all the durian, all the farms are here. Oh. This car is equipped with sports exhaust as well, and as well as the what do you call it? Sports Chrono package. But in this generation, the Sports Chrono does not have a mode switch yet. Just let you listen to that beautiful engine. And it is a very bumpy ride because the previous owner changed suspension and basically changed suspension into a harder suspension, and yeah, it's like permanently driving with a sport suspension on. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but there you go, right? It has sports exhaust as mentioned before, a speed yellow exterior as you can see from the video. It's very bright, very sharp. It is bumpy. It is a sports car color. It is absolutely a sports car color. It has an adaptive rear spoiler as well that comes up and goes down, or you can choose to toggle it on and off as you wish. And overall, this car, just as I was saying before, it just feels very solid and mechanical. Very solid and mechanical. You can feel the gearbox changing gears sometimes, right? Usually it's bloody smooth, but sometimes you can feel it like as it goes through the gears and cycles through if you're driving in sports mode. It's just wonderful, man. It's so mechanical. It's so mechanical and raw, and in a lot of ways just gives you that older era unassisted sports car experience. Now, another thing interesting about this car is, oh my god, these truck drivers drive better than me. In this kind of experience, right? This is a Porsche flagship model. This is what they're known for, and this is the first generation PDK. It's a bright yellow sports car. You can daily this sports car. You can do B-roads on this sports car. The duality, and I've spoken about this many times before, duality is super attractive. Duality in its capabilities and be able to execute that duality very well. This car is definitely one of the top contenders. Of course, it skews towards the sports end lah. Sports car. And you feel every bump in the road, every little crack, every little stone. You can absolutely feel that. And be able to drive accordingly, right? That's what all these very analog feeling cars are for. Of course, it's not analog. It still has Porsche communication management system, the PCM. letting you play songs, connect to Bluetooth, etc. I think it can it even has satellite navigation, but you need to update that, I think. Yeah, so that's it. One thing I don't like about this car is the fucking what do you call it? The Tiptronic system. With the gear shifters. I'm not sure if it's called Tiptronic or Geartronic or whatever it's called. It's basically a push and pull system. It's not a left and right system. Normal ones, you go left and right, right? Like left for downshift, right for upshift, etc. This one you have to push for upshift and pull for downshift. A little bit counterintuitive, but you need to get used to it. It's the same with this generation's Cayenne as well. So it's definitely a design feature of this generation. And yeah, it's been phased out to normal left-right pedal shifters instead. The steering feels very good. Why? Because it is weighted enough to give you a sense of very firm control of the car. Yet, when you're immobile, as you're starting to move around, it is still having enough, enough assistance for you to get you through that. Okay? So it's actually pretty comfortable to drive. Now, this steering system is an electronic/hydraulic system, meaning there's both. Okay? Hydraulic systems are very hard and difficult to use as you are in like lower speeds, but they drive with a fantastic feeling at higher speeds. Whereas this car, it has both. So as electronics kick in, as it's lower in speed or mobility, and higher in speeds, higher in mobility, it tightens your handling by quite a bit. You look at that, and you re-encircle, you know what's up. We've been there before. With 2 boxes. Alright. Let's give you. Alright. This car does have launch control. Puts you at the back of the seat, man. That's insane. That's insane for a car that's 11 years old. God damn. So how you activate launch control in a Porsche is that basically you put it into sports bus, left foot on the brakes, fully depressed, right foot on the accelerator, fully depressed, and as you build up towards the rev range, the systems inside the car calculate and go like, okay, you may let go, I've done my work, I'm just gonna let you fly. And it absolutely does. 4.5 seconds, 11-year-old car, that's insane. That's insane. Now another thing to consider with this kind of cars is that in Malaysia, at least in Malaysia, it is starting to reach the point where the prices have reached equilibrium. Meaning, not equilibrium, it's reached the bottom of the depreciation curve. And I suspect in the future, cars like this, the 997 and the previous generation as well, will start to garner a large market of buyers. Those that are in good condition, right? Those that are in good condition, that haven't been hammered, those will be garnering excuse me, those will be garnering quite a bit of attention in the car markets, because collectors want to own classic Porsche 911s. And this, with its naturally aspirated engine, the sweet throttle response, the gear, the first generation PDK. It's gonna be, we think it's gonna be, we speculate it's gonna be a collector's item. We think so. We think so. Wow, that's just great, man. That's just great. Cars like this put a smile on my face. Right? It's a Porsche. It's not overly pretentious. Solid. Still feels just assisted enough. Oh god, that's good. Alright guys, I'm gonna just enjoy the rest of my drive. Now if you're interested to buy this car, this is the used unit that we are retailing at Western Circle. Drop by. I don't need to convince you. You need to drive this car for yourself, you know. And estimated price range, it is below the price of 300k. Do with that information with what you will. This price is available for below 300k. Sports exhaust, sports chrono, speed yellow, black interior, first generation PDK, 3.8 liter engine, 385 horsepower, 420 Newton meters of torque, launch control goodness, and a suspension to boot. Absolutely fantastic. Great, that's just great. Well, I haven't seen anyone from our drive, eh? They must be very far ahead. I purposely let them go first because it's a little bit of a chiller drive. It's not too strict. As in, we're not strictly following convoy rules. It's just free and easy. Those who go fast, please go ahead. Those who want to go slow, enjoy the drive. Please wait for the fast boys to go in front. And yeah, that's just the structure of our drive right now because we have a lot of cars today. 30 plus cars, I think. Around 30 cars. Lovely. Okay, so I'm going to go enjoy my drive. Thanks so much for watching. Please do remember to like, share, subscribe. Help me, help my channel grow so I can bring you guys more content, more stuff to talk about, show you guys more things around beautiful, beautiful Penang Island, keep you guys up to date, whatever you want. Coffee. I haven't done a coffee video in some time, but it's still there. It's still there. Alright. Thank you so much. Cheers, guys.